It's, charming.
Do I even need to explain what Normal is? You know, the movie? You may think it's reminiscent of Nobody, given the lead actor, and similar sounding ideas. By that I mean the title, but honestly, it's not trying to be anything that meaningful. Though, in a way it still is. When you see a trailer like this, you expect a good time, but not too much depth, and mainly that's what you get. The film is undeniably fun after about half an hour. It's one crazy set piece after another, and that includes memorable kills, comedic dialogue, scenes that defy any kind of logic. And one of the premises, Bob Odenkirk playing a temporary sheriff Ulysses in a town called Normal, vowing to leave it the way he left it, primarily easygoing.
Like I've never heard that before!
Dark secrets are revealed, mayhem ensues, you know how this goes. But the memorable snowy backdrop and tone the movie gives off puts it ahead of your basic chaotic film. I'm not gonna lie, Odenkirk carries the movie. Some characters are memorable, like a comic relief who wears a squeaky jacket. You got fucking Fonzie in this. Who saw that coming? Well, the problem is, and it may be the biggest one, they're too short-lived. Whitaker is probably the best side character, but he's not in enough of it. The squeaky jacket doesn't have an effect, even though it so easily could have. Like, what were they thinking?
Dumbass!
The reason this stands out is because we spend a third of the movie on introductions. It should lead to some memorable characters, but I think the reason it doesn't is there's too many. You can probably guess the direction the movie's going and the role they play, so yeah, you do need a few of them, but when the time comes, they simply lack the right impact. This is something you'll notice because it makes the movie less satisfying. Even if you're not supposed to care, it does have an effect. It's just the way it is. Luckily, I can comfortably say it's the biggest issue here. There are a few others, but they don't take away from anything. I said the movie kind of goes above the standard, and that comes down to, well, a few things. The atmosphere is unique and it is kind of generic. Odenkirk is fun to have around as always. Easily the best Breaking Bad side character. You get lots of shootouts that are really well done, full of personality and clever ideas. Throw in explosions too, even there, all real memorable. You got some dark humor, I don't think that defines it. They gave Ulysses this backstory that's kind of unexpected. We know something bad happened, but they did an okay job with it. And then they do something else with the tragic backstory, and it kinda ruins it. It's way too abrupt, almost makes it less satisfying, and also leaves a few questions. It's like the movie wasn't long enough, so they expanded on this for no reason. That aside, the narrative is pretty good, you're not gonna get too many new ideas, but despite half of it being predictable, I'd say half of it isn't. Things actually change in this quite rapidly, though I don't think it's rushed. Yeah, some of it does subvert expectations, but you didn't think I'd say that. Not a lot of emotional weight or character development. In the end, it's a bunch of cool moments strung together, but it's done so eloquently, like artistic in a few ways. I'm gonna spoil the ending a little bit, so warning, because it's actually warranted that I do this. If that means you have to leave, still check out the gaming channel. A diverse variety of gaming content, it's linked down below. As you may have guessed by now, the town is on the corrupt side, they're in it with the Yakuza, and when Ulysses oversteps his bounds, becomes an issue. Is what I meant by things change so rapidly, all of a sudden, everybody we know in the movie immediately wants him dead, no hesitation, and that means a lot of notable faces get killed off in a pretty fast manner. I'm not complaining that Squeaky Coat guy died too quickly, I like that you don't know what's gonna happen, it's just a bit too much to really get into it. The thing is though, it's not just about killing him, the Yakuza knows something's wrong, and they're on the way there, meaning everybody's fucked. So he proposes an idea, let's not kill each other, instead just hide the accident, and forget it ever happened. They agree to this, and I like that. Actually going with the obvious right decision.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's a lot of fun to watch too, seeing them hide the dead bodies, blaming it on a car accident. The only problem is the guy who wants to be the new sheriff accidentally, through a series of unfortunate events, kills the head Yakuza. Meaning Climax. And what a climax it is, a fast-paced gunfire, music on the record player, starting at just that moment, and everybody being killed aside from the main trio. It's ridiculous, but who cares? I wish I cared more about the other two we're supposed to care about, but, you know, nothing's perfect. I may as well explain the tragic backstory. Apparently, back when he was a real sheriff, there was a little girl who had an abusive father. She tried to warn him, he wouldn't listen. He claimed she shot the father and then tried to shoot him, so he had to shoot first. Again, I kinda like that narrative, so I don't know why they revealed that he shot the abusive father. I mean, it's a bad situation either way, and what happened to the girl? Did he still shoot her? I would assume not, so it's almost better than what happened. In fact, it is. On top of that, the way they reveal it is not that good. Just another character who had one scene we know is bad explains it for no reason, so it really does seem they just needed to fill the time. It's not a strong moment. The thing is, we didn't even need this backstory. It's there to explain why his wife doesn't talk to him because he got depressed, but we didn't need the wife either. And so if you ignore this, it's mostly solid. In fact, it's beyond solid. It takes the simple idea of the fast-paced, chaotic scenario, gives it a unique identity, and pretty much guarantees your interest when the action kicks off. And that's the catch though, when it kicks off, about a third of the movie is pretty weak. Maybe if the events to come were a bit more alluded to, they kind of are, but upon future viewings, it's not gonna add much. Still, what they get right, they nail. You don't expect perfection with these movies, but in this case, I didn't expect this.
Party on, dudes!
Worth seeing in the theater, I think, maybe not, depends on your taste. But if you do, let me know what you thought about Normal down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, share it if you can. I can't make you do that, but it'd be appreciated because the algorithm sends videos to people who don't care about them. Literally. And make sure you hit the bell to get notified because they don't work either. I'm the cinema analyst, because somebody has to be.